Shallow right. Suzuki darts in, slides, can't get it. 2-run score. And the Royals take the lead. Adam Frazier comes through.
Hey, I just told you, it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it. And that is a beautiful touched baseball right there. Yeah, good catch on the pickup there on the short hop there by Suzuki, but not in time with 2 outs. The runners are going.
Serve for right center, into the gap, a base hit. Frazier's around third and into score. Vinny Pasquantino collects another RBI, and it's 3-0 Royals in the bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch.
Go!
Drill! Deep to left, and this building erupts.
El Capitan blisters one out, a sinker that didn't sink, and he sunk it at 89 miles an hour on a laser liner for a 3-run bomb. What a swing, look at that. He knew it, and everybody else did too.
What a day, what a day, what a day at the K. Welcome to the Royals Recap. My name is Jacob Milham. I am happy to report the Kansas City Royals were victorious. They took Thursday off. They had a little time to reset. And they responded in kind by starting off a 3-game set against the visiting Chicago Cubs with a resounding 6-0 win. Now, granted, outside of the bottom of the 5th inning, there wasn't any fireworks to speak of for the most part. But your boys in blue exit tonight with a win, solid performances in all facets of the game. Let's go ahead and run through it. But first, make sure you go visit royalsreview.com if you want a more detailed game recap, and also you want to respond and just react to the game alongside other Kansas City Royals fans down there in the comment section, only available on royalsreview.com. So let's go ahead and start off with the guy who, if you go on MLB Game Day, they give you the option to vote for the player of the game, right? And I don't think there was any question about who should be the player of the game, but him getting the vote just solidified that for me. Brady Singer, an absolutely stellar start on the mound, getting his 7th win of the season, tossing 7 scoreless frames for the 9th time since the start of 2021. That is insane to me. He also has done this in back-to-back starts, extending his scoreless streak to 14 2/3 innings, just 4 shy of his career-long 18 2/3 innings. He retired 11 straight batters to start the game before issuing a 2-out walk in the 4th. He put runners on 2nd and 3rd to lead off the 5th, but thankfully he got out of that jam thanks to Kyle Isbell's first outfield assist on the year, tossing it in from center field, and that was kind of the only scoring threat from the Chicago Cubs. Okay, Singer, he only allowed 2 hits to the Cubs. All right, all in all, the Royals only allowed 4 hits to the Cubs. All right, they kept the bats pretty silent. I get it. This is like, these aren't the strong Chicago Cubs that we saw earlier on this year. Okay, they've lost 5 of their 7 games since the All-Star break. They're 19-16 in the last 35 games against the Royals. So, like, it's nice to get a little bit of, we're punching up in the historical aspect, if you will. Just the Cubs aren't meeting expectations. They're sliding. It looks like they will be sellers ahead of the trade deadline. Now they're sitting at 49-56, and the Royals just took advantage of a sliding opponent coming into Kauffman Stadium, and that is all she wrote. Cubs starter Kyle Hendricks allowed all 6 of the Royals' earned runs, only tossing 5 innings, allowing 8 hits, those 6 runs, and striking out 4, including giving up the exclamation point, if you will, on the Royals scoring in the 5th inning when he gave up a home run to Salvador Perez, a 3-run shot. Good for the team lead for Salvi, who now leads all Kansas City Royals batters with 19 home runs on the season. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 12 games since the start of the July 10th doubleheader in St. Louis. He's also batting .289 in that stretch, which is he was trending downwards. Now he's trending back up. And right now with, what Bobby Witt is doing, there are more of the supporting cast coming in and just getting hits. When you have Salvador Perez, who is a legitimate home run threat whenever he comes to the plate, well, it's good to see him put one over the fence. He also extended his club record in interleague home runs with 46. Now he has 143 RBI, which also leads the franchise, and 237 hits. He is hitting .274 with 23 RBI versus the National League this year. So good on that, Salvi. And who I would be remiss if we did not talk about Bobby Witt Jr. He singled with 2 outs in the Royals' 6-run 5th inning, extending his hit streak to 8 straight games since July 14th at Boston. In that stretch, he is batting .581. Whew. In 7 games since returning from the All-Star break, he's actually reached base safely in 20 of his 30 total plate appearances, recording 17 hits, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. He also has a major league leading 35 hits in the month of June, and still his total 142 hits leads the majors on the year. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of the supporting cast in the lineup around Salvi and Bobby. Adam Frazier was leading off tonight as the designated hitter. He had some key timely hits, or just 1 hit really, getting 2 RBI on the night. And then Vinny Pasquantino had one of the Royals' 2 multi-hit efforts this evening, scoring a run on his own and then having 2 hits, 1 RBI, and only striking out once. Salvador Perez, he did have only that 1 hit, that 3-run shot, but he didn't strike out, so that was always nice. Michael Massey is really in a slump right now. He was hitless tonight, the only Royals batter to be held hitless. Hunter Renfroe is he's still producing at a clip. All right, he's still not a black hole in the bottom of the lineup anymore. He got a hit tonight. Nick Lofton, who has been struggling at the plate, had a really solid just approach and results this evening. He had 2 hits on the night and also drew a walk. His OPS is still sitting at .557 on the year, so a lot of room. A lot of ground to cover there. Garrett Hampson had a hit, and Kyle Isbell also had a hit. All in all, the Royals lineup totals 10 hits. They were 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and they only left 5 men on base. So not a powerhouse performance by any stretch. This was very much a feast or famine game from the Royals bats. And you know what? You're going to have those. And we've seen those before from the Royals. Like this isn't nothing new. Tonight marked their 8th inning with at least 6 runs scored this season, tied for the 2nd most in the majors, only trailing the Diamondbacks, who we saw some of that power flash. So this is, I wouldn't say it's a calling card for the Royals, but it does seem like when they have these large run outputs, the runs come in bunches. Okay, it's not getting 1 or 2, 7 out of 9 innings. Like you might get 1 here, 1 there, and then bam, you're gonna have an inning where you just have 6, 7, or 8 runs scored. That's baseball for you. And you know what? I'm not complaining as long as the Royals are winning. That is what really matters. And one thing that we should not be complaining about right now is the attendance. Holy smokes, folks. You went out and supported the Royals in droves tonight. 36,351 fans in attendance. The largest non-opening day crowd at Kauffman Stadium since August 12th, 2023, when the Royals faced off against the St. Louis Cardinals. So, hey, thank you everyone for going out there and supporting the guys. That we will hear Salvi talk about it in his post-game availability, but we all should know by now that the players, the front office, the coaching staff, they noticed that. Okay, they noticed the support, and I genuinely believe that they appreciate it. All right, so right now, what have they done since the All-Star break? They're 5-2 in the 7 games since the All-Star break, and they are 9-4 in their last 13 games dating back to July 7th. So we're looking better. We're looking good. Royals are sitting at 10 games above 500 right now, at 57-47. Now that we've had some time for the dust to settle, let's go ahead and take a look at those standings real quick to see where the Royals sit at, because truth be told, I haven't checked it all today. I don't know where they're sitting. All right, here we go. Royals, as of right now at 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, are 5.5 games back behind the Guardians and are sitting in 3rd place, just 1 game behind the 2nd place Minnesota Twins. They are in a wild card spot, holding a 1-game lead over the Boston Red Sox and a 3.5-game lead over the Seattle Mariners. I will say the postseason crowd is starting to take shape. Okay, I get it. The Tampa Bay Rays are sitting there at 500, but with their moves that we have seen over the past couple of days, I don't expect them to be in the wild card race for much longer. I do think that the Texas Rangers are going to take a stab at it, sitting at 51-53, 6 games back behind a wild card spot. But that division crown is well within reach, thanks to the lowly Houston Astros. Oh, it's hitting high gear, folks. If you would have told me, just 7 months ago that the AL Central was going to hold 2 of the 3 wild card spots, I would have thought you were getting something from the South Side. Okay, I would have thought you were crazy. But here we are. The Royals and Twins are in the thick of the postseason hunt. The Royals are 6-4 in their last 10. So I will absolutely take that. While other teams are out there sliding, we've all heard about the New York Yankees and their epic collapse, near collapse. The Royals are getting it done. They're chugging along, and I'm very, very happy to see what they do next. But the next step is on Saturday against a very, very good starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga, who comes in with an 8-2 record and a 2.86 ERA. I would be much more worried if Seth Lugo wasn't going against him with his 12-4 record and a 2.38 ERA. The 2 All-Stars will do battle Saturday evening at 6:10 Kauffman Standard Time for the first pitch. You can follow along with that game on Bally Sports Kansas City and the 610 Sports Radio or the Odyssey app. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get to some post-game interviews, courtesy of Bally Sports Kansas City. I know we will hear from manager Matt Quatraro and catcher Salvador Perez. Let's see if they can scrounge up anyone else. Stay tuned.
And he's with Joel.
Oh, here we go. Why are you in such a hurry?
Fireworks for the fans.
Fireworks for the fans. The fans want to hear from you, Salvador Perez. Come on. Boy, this is the second biggest crowd of the year. This is feeling like 2015. They want to talk to you. Why are you in such a hurry? They want to talk to you before the fireworks.
Hey, guys, I appreciate you guys for the support. You guys bring me energy every day. So I really do love you guys, okay? So thank you very much for coming to the K every night. Talk about finger.
Now they're starting the Salvi chant again. Give us a second. We got to talk about. I was going to ask you, want to talk about the homer first, or do you want to talk about Singer first? I didn't get to ask. You said let's talk about Singer. Back-to-back outings of 7 shutout innings. White Sox, Cubs, 2.82 ERA. He is dominant. What's he doing right?
Location. I think he kicked the ball down. He used his slide, the super, two-seamer opening with the fastball. You know, he was good tonight. He don't miss any location tonight.
Can you see when those hitters, I mean, they're looking at strike three, they've got to be frustrated. Are you hearing anything about how good he is?
Yeah, they know Singer is really good, so he's doing pretty good job tonight.
All right, Kyle Hendricks has been doing this for a long time, and he can be a tough pitcher, a little bit different than what you see often. And those first 4 innings, he looked really difficult. What changed with 2 outs in the 5th inning?
I just tried to hit the ball hard. I think he left that one right in the middle, and I hit it pretty hard. A lot of respect for Henry. He's one of my favorite pitchers in big league. We just tried to compete. He left a pitch in the middle, and I hit it pretty hard.
How about everybody else in that inning? It was all with 2 outs.
The crazy thing was 2 outs all the wrong we scored tonight, so it was pretty fun.
You want to go see some fireworks?
Yes. Let's go, fans. Thank you.
I mean, I think it was first inning there to Bush. Got a good comebacker there. Haven't been using that, a ton this year, and was able to use a lot more tonight, which I like.
What's the key to establishing that? I mean, you talked about kind of the inconsistency of it a little bit.
Yeah, I think just trusting it on the inner half. Not trying to yank it in there. I feel like this year I've been trying to get in there. The thought process is there, but haven't been really hitting on it correctly, and we worked on it a lot this week, and I was able to use it tonight.
In that 5th inning there, they had runners on 2nd and 3rd, no out. How'd you kind of navigate that, and how big was the play by Kyle Isbell to get you out there?
Yeah, I was able to, get the ball on the ground there with the infield in and keep that runner there, and then got a pop fly to shallow and let the defense work. Heck of a play by Izzy. I mean, definitely saved the game there. I mean, we're in 0-0 ball game at that point, so huge for him. I really like that.
How'd you feel just coming early in the game? I believe you retired 12 straight. What was it like warming up and then getting out there?
Yeah, no, it was good. A little bit hotter today, so took a little, a few less in the bullpen to get going, but no, just stayed in the zone. I feel like I attacked him early in the game and got him swinging and got some early outs.
Yeah, I think tonight was a little different than the other night. Today it really looked like sinker command, especially into the lefties, and a good mix still. I mean, used his changeup a little bit more the 3rd time through, used some 4-seamers early, so he's still mixed, but I think it really came down to fastball command.
He establishes that on the inside.
It's a really tough pitch to swing at, with the way that guys, you start looking for that and then he fades one away. It's really tough. Plus, it doesn't look like it's going to be a strike, but he's got the plus movement, and the ability to land it on the inside corner is devastating.
What was the adjustments against Kyle Hendricks to lead to that spark in the 5th inning there?
Well, I mean, it's 2 outs, nobody on. You get Hampson with the single. After Izzy with the single while Hampson's running, and then to the top of the order, with Frazier getting we weren't beating him up. We were just taking what was given, and he's been doing that to people for a long time. It's tough. It's not necessarily an adjustment. It's just they got a couple pitches that they could do something with, because he was cutting it and sinking it and throwing his changeup. I mean, he was really effective. No, I don't think he would have beat one of them out if it was an infield hit. I mean, we also made him work quite a bit that inning as well. So there's pitches were being put on him a little bit, but all of those were just ground balls, or Hampson's was a line drive, but it was just soft contact. But we were able to find some holes.
Top of the 5th, still a scoreless tie. That play at the plate.
Yeah, that whole inning was. The swinging in momentum there in that inning. First Izzy's kicking himself for throwing that ball to 3rd. We get the first out with the ground out, and then he makes a perfect throw. Salvi set up perfectly. That's a gigantic swing in momentum right there, because you got the feeling it's going to be a low-scoring game right there. The way things were going, both guys were throwing the ball well, and to keep them off the board was really big.
A big crowd out there tonight. How much did you guys kind of feed off that energy?
Yeah, it was cool. I know they were all here early too. I don't know. As soon as we came out, 30 minutes before the game, there were a lot of people here. It was nice. I mean, it's nice to see that. To play well in front of the home crowd is really nice.
Mentioned in the 4th, round, his ability to navigate around base runners and be able to settle down and get out.
Yeah, I think he, as much as anybody, feels like, all right, I did something. I put myself in this spot. I'm gonna bow my neck, and I'm gonna get out of this. I mean, he loves to compete.
I know you're a day-to-day guy, but talk about the significance of exceeding last year's win total, and we're still in July.
There's no significance to that to me. I mean, this is a different team, none whatsoever. I mean, we're in a playoff race that has absolutely nothing to do with anything I think about.
That is going to do it for tonight's Royals recap. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Jacob Milham. If you want to follow along with us on social media, I greatly appreciate you doing so. The trade deadline is nearly here. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of moves being made, and how those affect the Royals. If you want to get our updated thoughts, that's a good place to go follow us on social media. Jeremy and I did agree that if the Royals pull off a massive trade, a very surprising, impactful trade, we will do a short podcast episode detailing that. But we will also have our full-length episode coming out Sunday evening, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and until next time, go Royals!